always takes a second. So, I've spent this week reading and watching many things related to NieR, Replicant, and Automata. I haven't finished the list. I don't know how long that'll take me. But I've read... Let's see what I've done. Let's go to the arc. I just got ending E. I've read the character entries in the world guide. I've read Memory Cage. I've read the Orbital Bunker Observation Diary. I've read Memory Thorn. I've read A Much Too Silent Sea. I've read Small Flowers. I've read the game chapters comments. I've watched the entirety of the NieR Automata Dinner Talk Show. And I've watched the entirety of the NieR music concert and alternate finale. I haven't watched Lies or done any of the other stuff. I haven't done the Q&A, looked at the guidebook, the art book. Probably read everything you will read, the interview thingy. The interview is the most important thing, I think. I want to finish the music concert. That's kind of... yeah. Most of the other stuff after it doesn't seem as integral. The concert was good though. All of the readings. I got some water and then I forgot it, so I'm going to quickly grab it. Okay. So... there's not really much to comment on, I don't think. Most of it was just small little things here and there. The Q&A, the spoiler talk show really didn't talk about much. When they didn't really give any information whatsoever. Just tiny little things here and there. But it was mostly just two very drunk people talking over four other drunk people. It was fun. It just really wasn't any information whatsoever. That I can remember, at least. The extra ending that you get from watching the music concert were really good. No, I will say the lore interview was good because you kind of got Yoko Taro's insights on the ending. The E ending, and the other endings. So it's good for that more than it is for actual information that you're looking for. The interview thing from Replicant basically just answers all of the questions that you could have about Replicant, and it means that Automata doesn't really have that many other questions regarding Replicant, and it kind of has put that to bed, it feels like. And then all of the Automata side stuff is just all about 2B and 9S's relationship. And then sometimes some of the other. The interview one with Taro and Yoko. Didn't reveal much either, but it was fun to hear them talk about how they handle map size and why. Which one was that? The Q&A for Dengeki PlayStation? Because I haven't read that. The GDC one. Which one was that? Hold on. Yeah, okay, yeah, I haven't listened to that. Yes. I will do that, though. I was going through the list on the arc, and then after I was going to finish with the music concert and the Q&A, I was going to go over to the other links. The GDC one, what does NieR mean? And then the epilogue. The replicant. Right. But I didn't watch that. But I think mostly it's nice to see how kind of Taro and the rest of the crew, their thought process into a lot of things, more than it is answers to questions. Like, the big document was for replicant. But shall we play? I don't know what I'm doing today. I have no idea why we're here. But the game is open on my screen. So am I just pressing new game? What do I mean play? Yeah, what do I mean by play? It's finished. It should be. It really should be. Also, I deleted all the weapons when I deleted the save. Hello, Marble. Which means probably I'll just have to read them off the wiki, unless we can get our save back, but I really doubt it. I should have read them through first. I wasn't thinking. What is our name? What was our second name in? We were Waka, and then what was the second name? Did we go with Zell? And in this one we were Yucca. So we need... We need a Swedish name. What is a default Swedish name? Lars. Let's go with Lars. We are Lars. Lars. Johan. That would be good too. But I'm sticking with Lars.
Everything that lives is designed to end. We are perpetually trapped in a never-ending spiral of life and death. Is this a curse? Or some kind of punishment? I often think about the God who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
This is Command. Yorha Squadron, come in. 2B here. All units have penetrated the stratosphere. Autopilot systems green across the board. This is Operator 60. All units confirmed.
There's an E unit.
We've passed the 50-kilometer threshold and are proceeding toward the target. Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manual attack formation. Then destroy the Goliath-class unit by any means necessary, and gather what data you can. Understood.
Hi, D.
12
12H down. All units activate manual mode and rely on visuals to evade.
Already engaged. Free movement unlocked.
No.
Origin point of long-range lasers confirmed.
An 11E.
11B, down. Our HO229 cancelers are ineffective.
It can't be. ID. This high in the
Enemy
stratosphere.
unit sighted ahead.
Requesting permission to engage.
Permission granted.
Oh, but the strap doesn't mean that there are just units just walking
down.
around in the world. Not hiding the fact that they're there to kill other androids. Which a little bit talks about 2B and
Assuming captain's
9S.
duty.
It was... There was two of them. It was like the first short stories on the arc. I mean, I just finished it. The game is very loud and isn't it? It reset the settings. The memory ones, yeah.
Multiple surrounding enemy air units.
Hold on, I have to change this in OBS then for a moment. It's fucking loud for me too.
Requesting permission to assume mobile
Let's see how this one
configuration.
goes.
Permission granted.
Turns into bullet hell. No, this started out with... We're at the start of the game, man. This is the first... We're at the start of the game. What do you mean? Turns into... On level 1. This is the start, yeah. You have no concept of time for this game? Why would I not be at the start of the game? We haven't played this before.
4B,
I have no saves in this game.
2B to Operator 6-0. All allied units down. The operation is compromised. Awaiting further orders.
Operator to 2B. We need you to rendezvous with Unit 9S and begin gathering data on the local terrain.
Understood.
And the joke is that I've already completed Automata 5 times. And yet here I am. Now... On a completely fresh save. There were no saves in my thing, so we had to start again. It was just a bug. It just wiped all of my saves, so we're here from the start again. Also, Patrick, the recitals, the dramatic readings of the concert also go into the relationship with 9S and 2B. They are worth it, I think. What the fuck was I supposed to... Oh yeah, sword. It's so loud for me, I've reduced the volume in OBS for you guys, but it just reset all of my audio settings, so... Now... It automatically used my...
Activating short-range attack gear. Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
The concert recitals of short stories in the FAQ, yeah. Oh, it's been so long since I was here. Because we've only ever done this part once. I mean, we've done this part many times. Because I kept dying. And then you have to restart the entire intro sequence again. But since then. Oh, when I can execute things? You were facing the other direction, arsehole. You're a cheater. I don't appreciate it.
Enemies destroyed.
Not quite. Is that our target?
Negative. This enemy is unrelated. Proposal. Dispatch it as swiftly as possible.
You don't say.
Laser communications recovered.
Tony, I'm transmitting your pod program.
Pod program download complete.
Ow.
Better make sure he's actually dead next time. That was dangerous, man. You're 2B, right? My name's 9S. I'm here to provide support.
Copy that.
So, was that big old buzzsaw the Goliath you came here to take out?
No, just another defensive system.
Oh, well, I guess we have to find the target then, huh?
Shut up, shit.
I've got a flight unit, so I'll take a look around the perimeter.
All right, I'll work my way inside from the ground.
In the lore interview, they talked about the fact that everybody hates 9S. So we're not wrong, Patrick. Everybody hates him. I think a lot of people love him as well. He's like the most hated, but also I wouldn't say Emil's the most loved always, because he's Emil. Feel better now. Yeah, me too. Like, are we just not getting it? Like, no, he's. Yeah. Don't want to give Nanis too hard of a time. I still don't necessarily understand why he just fucking changed his character though. I need to change the settings, don't I? Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Sound. Why do you reset? Him becoming overly obsessed is unfortunate though. Yeah, it's really quite... Is that better? Is this audio level better? If I just talk for a while whilst the music is going.
2B?
I'm also going to talk over this
Ma'am?
voice dialogue.
I was going to
because
send you the
we'll
map
see what
data I
volumes are like
collected
from
earlier.
that.
Do it.
Are they too loud? Am I too loud? One thing is, if a replicant, how we wanted the ending that players choosing who to save, can't able play it, and touching like that. Yes. There were so many things that he said in that interview that made me appreciate Replicant even more. And very little things have happened that make me appreciate. Like, there's little things that are in the game of Replicant that make me appreciate it more. Whereas Automata, everything that makes me appreciate it more is outside of the game. It's all of the additional things make me appreciate the storytelling that is inside of the game. But, like, because none of it was in the game, it doesn't make any sense until you read all that stuff, and then you go back to it with the eye of like, oh, Jesus. But in Replicant, it's like, I do in the world is no matter what you do, yeah, because that's just, there is no happy ending.
Exit confirmed closed.
I'm still pretty quiet.
So open it.
I can up increase my volume, but I can.
Nothing's ever easy.
Okay, so I can reduce their voices by 1 and music by 1. Representing the idea much than background trickle manner. Yes, like you're not wrong. But even still, a lot of Replicant on its own has filed us info about the world and everything, yes. But about the actual game and the characters in the game, like you don't need that extra info for the game to be good. Right? They improve it vastly. But the game on its own is just NieR going to save his sister. Right? It's just an RPG where NieR is going to save his sister, and it's good. You get all those character development moments in the game. They all have their own personalities and characters that you know in the game. It's just, it fleshes out those characters even more. Whereas these characters have nothing outside of the external things. One thing you hate, he said.
You know, ma'am, I'm glad you're here.
Why?
Scanners like me mostly work alone. Scouting out enemy lines and all that. I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of fun.
Because it's a lie.
Emotions are prohibited.
Sorry, ma'am.
And another thing, stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
It's unnecessary.
All right, then. 2B it is.
That voice having a sister or anything else is not necessary to look it out. I mean, he's not wrong. And I get his viewpoint on, like, you don't need to know everything. So I don't answer everything. But it is definitely like, give us information. We want it. But the game is just
This place sure
NieR
is
saving
big.
his sister.
I guess humans
kids-
used to use it as a weapons factory, but now it's just crawling with machines. The enemy seems to have repurposed the facility to increase their
like,
overall machine
Automata
production.
is just
So if we
androids
don't
versus
destroy
robots.
it, they'll just keep coming.
But it has a different storytelling approach, which we've talked about before, which is not a bad thing, and it is good, and it works for this game, but only with the extra materials. Because without it, it's not a whole game. Because there is no just basic story that you can play without caring about all the other stuff.
Block 12, materials en route. Work Party B, proceed to cafeteria 25.
What?
It's just accessing random, nonsensical data from the old world. There's no actual meaning behind anything machines do.
Block 94 to materials en route. Thank you for another day of hard work. Please join the
Yeah, his explanation as well. He gives you all of the information that you would have as NieR, right? Not all, but most of them. Sometimes it's not structured in the same way. You never go and search for one. Yeah, you search for one, and that's kind of the point. You're just doing these things over and over again with no real goal. There's such an extreme divergence. Yeah. But at the same time, I think that Automata is excellent, right? But I think that Automata is excellent with all the side content. And I don't think it necessarily needs to just make sense on its own without looking into everything. But it's just an observation.
Alert. Bulletproof apparatus detected on enemies. Close range combat is advised.
I know.
Just don't play Reckoning or Counter back to back, I guess I'll get that Replicant first. Yeah, that I would definitely agree with. Or even don't play ending E of Replicant. You know? If you're going to play Automata straight after. Because it's just gonna open up way more questions about Automata. Because without E, I don't know if we would have had as many questions about Automata as we do. But it's those dastardly administrators. The way you suggested Brad and PD split it, yeah. It makes a lot more sense now. We didn't know about the administrators I mean, we wouldn't have picked up on them because they're very vague. But because it wasn't explained in Replicant in any way, Shadow. It was just suddenly there's this weird thing that makes no sense. There is nothing in it that makes sense for Replicant there. And it tied to Automata instead. So we were trying to figure out how.
I surveyed the entire factory, but couldn't find anything resembling our
It's the
target.
one outlier in all
Maybe
of
they,
Replicant.
I don't know, moved it somewhere?
For me, at least. That makes sense.
Is that?
You mean the
Motion
birds?
like the
Yeah,
tree system.
there's more plants and animals here than there used to be. Probably because the environment's changed.
But, like, it's still so sudden and out of the blue at the end of the game. that it's like, and it didn't feel like replicant, but it did.
There should
It
be
felt
another
more like
facility
a
across that bridge. It's a bit of a
bridge
hike, but
between the
should we
two
check it out?
games.
It's not like Command to get a location wrong. I guess even they get bad intel from time to time, huh?
I wouldn't bet on that.
Alert. High-power jamming detected.
And we know that
No
there was
response
somebody
from
pretending to be
long-range
humans the whole
communications.
time.
Doesn't matter. I'll just take him out.
Because we had theorized that humans were dead long ago, because they had to be. Because the Gestalt process was a failure. So we knew that was the case. So we're like, well, who's organizing? Who's conducting this masquerade? Yeah, Shadow told us that. But it still felt like this bridge connecting the two.
Is that?
Target enemy detected.
I don't know. Tingles, our good friend. Aiming for the head, but it doesn't matter where I hit, it still takes the same damage. Why are we one-shotting this level 6? Because we're level 3. What do you mean? Why would I one-shot somebody that's level 6 when I'm level 3? He's twice my level. Strange thing to say.
To me!
900,000 is level 3. I just started the game, what do you mean? I'm like 30 minutes in.
What's your status?
This is the target. I'm going to destroy it.
Right. I'll provide support.
Yeah, I just take my time. I'm just appreciating what the game has to offer in terms of story and lore. Sometimes that means that it takes me 900 hours to get to level 3. That's okay. Triangles.
Incoming enemy attack from below. Proposal. Evade.
Triangles. Somebody ever told you that it kind of like the Croesus fight from stronghold in the World of Warcraft Legion expansion. With your punching of the ground and your destroying of the bridge. Why doesn't he have a health bar?
In.
There we go.
Boost!
You saved my life, now I must take yours.
NieR!
9S black box signal detected. No response to communications.
I'm going after him.
Hey, Ingalls. Good morning. That was a nice little short nap you took there.
Send a support request to command.
Negative. Communications have been jammed.
Okay, there we go.
NieR!
Okay. Level 4? See, Vision, I'm level 4 now.
I have to help NieR.
Much faster.
I have to repair him.
No, why?
Hod, get me staunching gel and logic virus vaccines. Then access the...
Inadvisable. The subject's vital signs are too poor to attempt field repair in
Shut up!
current...
Just do what I say!
2B. Just go.
You shut up too.
We're soldiers. We take pride in our service.
So, I mean, this is a really nice,
229 flight unit.
the
Command 677 received.
the finale
Usage rights transferred from 9S
of the
to
concert
2B.
just mimics
Requesting
this.
acknowledgement.
Please.
But I don't know why she...
All right.
doesn't just use this moment to kill him anyway. I assume she just hasn't been ordered to yet, but... But she's not a B unit, she is an E unit, so she would only be assigned if... right? That was an android to execute, aka 9S, because they only come in pairs.
It talks? I didn't know the machines had that kind of intelligence.
She's also a B unit.
I found a weakness in the target. Hacking in to provide support. To be... The control on the enemy's upper arm. Use your pod. Should be able to take it over.
I told you to shut up!
Yoink. No, not yoink
Control
yet.
of upper arm.
He's a bit
Seized
too
from
easy,
enemy
this is more
unit.
unfortunate
Marking
coincidence.
weak
Yeah,
point. Got it.
they weren't supposed to be working together here, but INS was
Demon
scouting
control
here
system.
anyway.
Affirmative. Infiltrating enemy subunit. Behavior table adjusted. Balance controls overridden. Enemy unit subjugation complete.
Smack. 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 It's also why I don't know why that 7E is there at the start. That's kind of strange to me. Why is an E unit being sent on this mission? As well as 2B.
You just die already!
Talk about bringing the battle to them. 2B.
Contact command. Request assistance.
No. It doesn't look like that's going to be necessary.
Oh, great.
I don't imagine that this is going to end well. The black box. It's ready.
Right.
Requesting destruction of enemy hostiles via black box reaction.
Request accepted.
2B, it was an honor to fight with you. Truly.
The honor was mine.
Just in time to see the start of the game, Fitz. You're correct. I've never seen the minimap here. I've never been on the hangar with it turned on, I don't think.
Mission complete and all that, huh? The Goliaths were wiped out, and we secured a route into enemy territory. Now we can...
9S.
Yeah?
Thank you for uploading my data to the bunker.
I did that? Sorry, I don't remember. There wasn't a whole lot of bandwidth down there, you know? I probably only had enough time to back up your memories. Mine are only intact up to the point just before we rendezvoused.
I see.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Yeah, there's the fist clench. So the question is, did he upload his own data, or did they just wipe it? Right?
"5012 AD. The year mankind's glorious history came to a sudden and abrupt end. When the world was invaded by aliens
Just a
from
9S and
beyond
not
the
glory to mankind,
stars.
yeah.
The aliens unleashed a new breed of weapon, machine life forms, that all but annihilated human civilization. The handful of survivors that remained
Essentially, she
fled
loves
from
him, but
Earth,
he doesn't know who
seeking
she is
refuge
because
on
his
the
memory
moon.
keeps getting wiped because she has to keep
5204 AD.
executing him and resetting his
Humanity
memory
launched its counterattack,
to factory
deploying
settings.
an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases. But after more than a dozen large-scale
So even though
descents
she was
upon the
trying
enemy,
to save him
we still
in that
haven't
last one
managed to
because she didn't
repel
need
the
to kill him,
invaders.
still ended up with him dying and having his memory
That is
reset,
why
right? She thought she
your hub
finally
forces exist.
would
To
be able to have a
break this
memory with him,
stalemate
I guess.
once and for all. You are our ultimate weapon, and you must put an end to this war.
Understood, sir.
I wish you good hunting.
Glory to mankind. Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
Because every single time he gets too curious, he hacks into the bunker, he goes through the same things, he finds out that there's no humans on the moon, he has to be killed by 2B. Just happens over and over and over again. And instead of seeing it as a flaw in the curious nature of 9S, because he's so good at everything else, they have just assigned him 2B permanently. This is a horrible situation. Yes, it's 9S not remembering what she has to do it, and she's trapped to do it. Yeah. So she's stuck in this loop where she remembers everything, and has to keep killing him over and over again, and he's stuck in this loop where he... The same thing happens every time. He figures out that she's doing this over and over again. And then he's like, to just do it anyway. So, yeah. Being recorded for posterity.
Are you there? Can you hear me? Alright, are we good now? Okay. I could set it for you, but you should probably do it yourself. Regulations and all, you know? Huh? Okay, good. If things go wrong during an op, you may have to sacrifice yourself in order to finish it, so... Once you're finished making adjustments, you can go ahead and close this out. Oh, I see you've turned vibration. I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder. How was that? Did you... Okay, check.
Essentially chooses to live for the sake of having the moments. Yeah.
Morning.
The hell with her every time. He's like, no, I really enjoyed my time with 2B. And I will die so that I can have that again. Because I know that I
The commander's put me in charge of your maintenance, ma'am.
would
That
rather
means I'll be
that than-
performing regular checks on you from now on.
I see.
Oh, don't worry. We 9S models are the best around, you know. Though I suppose we're not exactly known for our modesty.
9S.
What is it, ma'am?
Stop calling me ma'am.
Huh?
There's no need to be so formal.
Alright. If you say so. Oh, I almost forgot. The commander was calling for you. We better go see what's up, man. 2B.
He only tells her when he knows that she's about to kill him. Right? Because he wants as many memories as possible.
You need to be near an access point to save your data. You can see access points on the close range map. Be sure to save often.
Interesting, there's no way she's just not having emotions. Yeah, she tries to distance herself as much as possible, which is why she doesn't like to call him Nines. He always wants her to call him Nines. Sometimes she never does, sometimes she does. It never matters, it always ends up the same. So in this one, she's kind of
2B.
lenient.
Maintenance
She stops
finished?
making him call her
Yes,
man.
Commander. You detonated your black box in order to defeat the enemy. Bold, but risky. Try not to be so reckless next time. Understood. I know you're fresh out of maintenance, but I have another mission for you. I need you to head to the surface, rendezvous with the Resistance, and do some recon.
Doesn't Yorha have a dedicated Resistance contact already?
We haven't been able to get in touch with them, so we'll need you to look into that as well. Understood.
Yeah, it's mostly her trying to suppress her own emotions.
The surface? That
Repeating
means we'll
it
be
for
getting flight
herself.
units, huh? Better head for the hangar. Usually we can't get near flight units. They're
What are you
way
doing,
too
Nines?
expensive for us
Nines?
grunts. Too bad they can't mass produce these things yet. The hangar's up ahead. Let's go.
Why does it feel like I have my pod programs from another save that doesn't exist? I just remember that he doesn't, because she's an assassination unit. Yeah, she has, when she kills him, she has to kill him completely, so his personal data gets wiped out. So there is no personal data left, so 9S no longer
Hey, 2B.
exists.
Why do you
She
think
doesn't
they send
get
a
killed.
combat model like you to a recon
Her personal
job?
data just
If all
keeps
they want
getting
is intel,
uploaded.
we scanner models are built for that kind of thing.
Orders are orders.
All right, all right.
But essentially her sole purpose is just to kill 9S over and over again. That's her only mission.
2B, you're going to have some new weaponry installed from here on out. I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
Roger.
They reveal it when it's revealed that she's the E unit, but it doesn't go into too much detail on it. It doesn't reveal it as extensively as it should. Like it's really well done in the short stories and the thing. Especially the voice acted ones, because you can hear the pain in the voice. Is it really loud again? It is, isn't it? Sound effects need to be way lower. That's probably what it is.
Bunker to
Sound
2B, come in.
effects.
I've set a
And
landing
voices
point
are
for
way
your
high
flight
again.
units. You'll be touching down quite a ways from the Resistance camp, unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position.
Understood.
Good luck down there.
So Shadow, I haven't actually asked why we're still playing this yet. As Face also happens to DLC, yeah. Just saying she's programmed to kill the androids doesn't reveal anything about the parts of the situation. Yeah. I think it slightly touches on it, but not enough. I decided to do this? You told me we were doing things. Shadow. Am I just playing the game just for extra? Just to... I mean, it's fine. I like seeing the start of it again. We haven't been here in a very long time. We get to see all those little things. Just a surprise?
Target location
Well,
acquired. Marking on map. Proposal. Proceed to target location.
I get it. It's fine. It gave us some time to talk about the talk about everything, and see the start again, knowing everything. So I'm glad that we're doing it. Okay. When should have more to do to 100% it? Yes, I think that's why.
According to our intel, none of the machines in this area are hostile. We've been seeing more and more enemies like this lately. They just stand there and stare into space. It's pretty weird. So this is the resistance camp, huh? We should probably go talk to their leader first thing.
You know?
Map data obtained from bunker. Data may be displayed from the system menu.
Map data, huh? It's hard to get an accurate picture from this. Our satellite resolution isn't so hot. Hopefully they deploy some new satellites soon.
A general idea is good enough.
You don't let anything get in your way, do you?
You're number 2.
You know about 2B?
Yes, well, the bunker told me to expect you. My name is Anemone. I'm the leader of the android resistance that controls most of this territory. You must be the new scouts we heard about. Well, I'm sure my people will have plenty of information for you. Please feel free to ask them anything you like.
Yeah. Already knows something. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay. Right. Because this is all the same as it is with 9S. This is the same as well.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
Right. There is a short story about.
This must have been quite a city once upon a time.
Too
bad vegetation's claimed most of it now.
Operator 60 to 2B. It is time for your regularly scheduled contact.
This is 2B. Nothing to report.
Good to hear. Say, how's the weather on Earth today? Good?
It's fine. Does that question have anything to do with our operation?
Not really. I just figured it might feel nice to have some good weather.
Feeling nice has no bearing on completing missions.
That is so like you, 2B. Anyway, talk to you later.
Okay, I was gonna say something. Then immediately forgot. Oh, yeah, A2. There is one of the short stories, Patrick, is about A2. And she does have information. Just about different things. So she knows more about the commander. And kind of that whole dealio. She doesn't know about so she knows about the machine cores in the androids have machine cores, right? And she knows that they use androids to experiment. She just doesn't know anything information about machines.
Communications jammed.
The situation that happened in the forest was just all a coincidence. She just kills machines because she just wants she wants to kill God, like everybody. The machines wiped out her troop, so she wants to wipe them out.
Okay.
The androids betrayed her, so she wants to wipe those out. She's a battle unit, so she needs to kill.
Man, these chores are a real pain in the butt, huh?
The Resistance is a valuable ally to Yorha. By helping them, we also help ourselves. So no, I don't think they're a pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Patrick. It took me a fucking while to look at it and be like, okay. Hate to be of the same face.
This is the place that weapons trader was talking about.
Like, I couldn't really tell if they
hostile
did.
machine life forms.
I thought that it was similar, but at the same time, it was like, I don't know if it's just because anime faces, or if it's just because they're both two. Okay, there we go. But also, I remembered that Anemone is like your 2 after because we see it quite a few times in the playthroughs. It's like, oh, and she knows A2, so it's clear that
That should be enough. Let's get these back to the trader.
2B and A2 kind of look similar, or are the same. A just stands for Android, right? She's just Android 2. From when Genius created all the models. It was the prototype which Command found to be very suitable for the E-type, so 2B is her successor model. Yeah. They issued the order to suppress motions even though they could avoid more defections. Yeah. Number determines what memory data they're being injected with.
Pod 042 to operator. Coordinates confirmed for location specified by Resistance Leader.
Understood, 042. Placing marker on target. The desert heat is going to make resupply efforts difficult, 2B. Please make sure you're ready before you go.
So do all E units look the same, or do all 2 units look the same? I guess is my question. All 2 units would look the same. You do meet another re-alpha rule. Yeah.
Proposal. Eliminate enemies in vicinity and restore access point immediately.
Plant life has claimed most of the central area. Big plants, too.
Report. Records show that vegetation has grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
Wonder if there are any huge boars and such, too.
I wonder now. Also, Patrick, you want a fun little fact? You want a fun little factoid about Yorha? Probably not. No. You don't want to know that NieR is the cause of Yorha's belief in humans as God. He is the orchestrator behind the entire Council of Humanity. Is that a nice little fact for you? It's 9S. But before he was 9S, then he was just 9. Ironic. It is. He figured out what their creator was doing and was like, yeah, that makes sense, but you're really bad at it. So then he killed him. Personality is, yeah. It was 9, not 9S. So he figured out what his creator was doing. Because his creator was trying to figure out a way to give them motivation to do things. So he was like, oh, we'll give them a god. Like humans had the gods. And so it was like, you suck at this, and also you're trying to betray us. So what I'm gonna do is kill all of you, including myself.
But now is not the time to give up.
Make sure that the Yorha units are self, like they'll just keep manufacturing themselves.
Humans on the moon want nothing more than to return to Earth.
He blew up one of the human archives, so the only one left was on the
Those
moon.
council broadcasts are always so stiff.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
And then he killed 2B. Or 2. Not 2B. Just 2. And then the entire system was set in motion. Just automated. There were no more androids to oversee the situation. Personalities still tried to blow up fucking moon. True. It's the fact that his frustration is aimed at the machines and not the androids. Does that make sense? The machines haven't done anything to 9S, right? He technically is a machine. Because he's Yorha, so he has a machine core inside of him. He knows all of this information. He knows that humans don't exist. But he wasn't fooled because of the machines. He was fooled by the androids. He knows that the war against the machines is futile. That they're purposefully not finishing off the androids because they need something to fight. He knows all of this information, yet he still goes on this weird rampage where he just...
Hey, our leader told me all
The
about
A2
you.
rampage.
Name's Jackass. Nice to meet you. I hear you're planning to take out all the machines in the desert. Guess
His
that
own
means we need to
motivation.
get that entrance open.
Jackass,
Looks
who
like
are
it.
you? You strange character. His only motivation for that is because the bunker was blown up
What are you doing all the
by
way
the
out
machines, essentially, with their virus.
Oh, that?
And that,
Well-
in effect, killed 2B, the only person that
Wouldn't
he
want to
cares
have
about.
anyone getting tangled up in that.
But
now,
even
would we?
that,
Don't go trying to be a hero.
it killed all of the
alright?
androids. There's 28 stab wounds on 2B, because it wasn't 2B.
Who opens a sealed gate with explosives?
It wasn't her.
There's gotta be an easier way, right?
I think it goes over that in one of the short stories. Or in one of the... somewhere it talks about it. His reason to exist is a lie. He finds out the truth. And fulfills his purpose, he's going to die. He's hard-coded to love humanity, and then he's at the risk of losing his small little memories, the ineffective memory he has for himself, plus he's infected. The infection makes sense. But why is that aimed towards the machines? And not the androids? Says I'm gonna kill you, 2B.
This sand sure is slippery.
Yeah, I can't remember why he says it. But he does. Also, Shadow, if you just press
Careful.
allow on that
We've
auto
got
mod.
enemies approaching.
Android desert kill.
These machines are
Thank you.
talking.
Yeah, I heard from the Resistance that they've been seeing this a lot lately. Couldn't tell you why, though.
The machines talking is only a recent thing. It seems quite strange. But, why did he want to kill 2B?
Android exterminate. Enemy.
He was just done with it at this point. Yeah.
Enemy. Scary.
Do you think
If
they
he's
even
trying to
understand
end the cycle,
concept of being scared?
Adam does, in fact, do that, yeah. I think from the perspective that he's trying to end the cycle so it stops happening. He's done with the entire cycle of
Alert. Access point
Everything.
communications jammed.
emotional damage.
Enemy. Kill. Enemy. Why?
I think I would just like to see
What's
it
with
a
the weird
little
looking
bit more
outfits?
gradual.
I've seen that sort of thing when I was going through some old data.
It makes sense.
It looks like what humans used to wear long ago. Certain human collectives used to use face paint like that too.
Gradual actually explained it a bit more in game, yeah. It's supposed to be interpretive. Fair. It's just hard to interpret it when it's not in the game. Like, yeah, like Patrick said. Why is so frustrating to look interviews? Yeah. I like that some things he just doesn't want to talk about because he wants it to be interpretation. Like, there's a lot in Replicant that he was like, it's whatever you want to think it is. I'm not going to ruin your theories and your perspective on the game
me,
by
it's
giving you a
fine.
definitive answer.
Their speech doesn't mean anything. They're just emitting
I appreciate
words
that
at
when people
random.
do that in general.
If they wanted help, why would they be attacking us?
Yeah.
Instead of denying theories, they confirm others that just solidify some things. But denying theories, unless they're actively harmful theories to your canon and your plot, just kind of takes a lot of fun out of things for the people who are creating them. Read an interview about what he thinks the flower is. And he makes you run up the wall, the huge one in E, at the end. I forgot about that flower. What? That fucking flower. I still don't know what I think my interpretation of the flower is. If I'm honest. What the fuck is the flower?
It's heading for that rocky area.
Individual target ID marked.
What is it? Now you feel like it's not a standard rebirth sex thing. He doesn't share it, he references the blooming of love now shown in anime flower borders with love blooms or something. When love blooms. So I've got to reel one down.
What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area. Large numbers of humans resided in such concrete and metal shelters. The structures were referred to by names such as apartment complex.
I think I like the one where it's just a rebirth of a new age.
Report. Mail notification received from access
Right.
point.
Like, this age is over, here's the birth of a new one. A new world. Where there is no Pope or Endeavor to... Okay, so the thing that confuses me, we didn't pick up on it. But without Pope or Endeavor, with them dead, that changes a lot about the world. Or at least the village. Because it means that there is nobody helping with the replicants. Right. But there are many Pope and Devil units. It only affects those... There are more dev pops in other villages, yeah. There's a lot of them. Why couldn't they just give them new dev pops? First of all. Second of all, why does that stop? I mean, he killed the original Gestalt. There's only one Shadow Lord. That's the big thing, yeah. But there's still replicants that can be made.
How are you? Nice weather today.
As long as there's dev pops, there's replicants. No? How much does TB know about this world right now? Does she know what it's robots? She doesn't know more information about the world. Replicants need conscious gestalts to exist. Without conscious gestalts, its replicant can't exist. Oh, so the black scroll happens when they lose their conscious gestalt. Or when their gestalt goes corrupted. Or berserk. Yeah. Makes assault relapses for and gets black scroll. Yeah, okay. Okay. And because there's no Shadow Lord, every assault just starts relapsing. And it's maritime, yeah. Because the Shadow Lord is what's keeping everything from relapsing, yeah. But yes, 2B doesn't hide information that she has about the world, I don't think. With humans and replicants at the same time, yeah. What is happening to this guy? As far as I'm aware, at least with 2B.
Run. No, not this way.
I wonder what makes them choose these words.
Yeah, the plan was doomed to fail because the Shadow Lord
These are android bodies.
was promised to the promise of 1,000 years. He was promised something that could never be
What are they
fulfilled.
doing here?
Unknown.
So he was always
It's like
gonna.
they were gathered here. There it goes!
They don't give up. Run. Must run.
They basically had 1,000 years to get rid of the white chlorination syndrome before Shadow Lord was gonna give
Multiple machines detected ahead. But what's with these android bodies?
Stay focused.
Depot tried their best to make that fusion as best as possible, but Vice forgot his purpose and tried to replicate NieR. Yeah, he had amnesia.
Child.
He lost patience. He was told it would take 1,000 years. It got to 13,000 and no result. Yeah, sorry, not 1,000. They had a time limit.
Don't listen to them, 2B.
Together forever. Together forever. Carry me.
They
Do we
don't
know
have
why
any
the white
feelings.
chlorination
They're
syndrome
just
never?
imitating human speech. Let's take them out.
Feed me. Love.
So that was all that was stopping them, right?
Get you for this.
Once the white chlorination syndrome was gone completely, they would go back into their replicants. But if there were no humans, why was there still WCS? Was there another reason why it just didn't go through? Because the reference was sentient, and that was another problem that they had to deal with. For all the WCS destroyed, Crystal's relapsed and it's getting sentience.
I love you. Kill. Hatred. Pain. Slaughter.
But in that instance, why would they not have just rushed it? Not even rushed it, they just... Oh, yeah, because it never got destroyed. But why did it never get destroyed?
This cannot continue. 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 This cannot continue.
So is this when the machines realized that their directive of having to fight no longer makes sense? So now they're just trying to endure her. They're actually going to try and win from this point on. Everything's still playing illusion. Yeah, you fight them at the start, before the project even begins.
What's happening?
In Tokyo in the summer.
An android?
Hello, Adam.
No! This is a machine!
Droids, why?
There's a body here that I wanted.
Fight.
It's gone.
Sword. Dodge. Projectile. Deflect.
I think he's evolving. We better finish this quick.
Ow. $1,300. I thought that 13,000 was quite high, but I assumed that. That would be passed on to, yeah. Yeah, it would. There we go. 5,000 units more than what we promised isn't that long. Exactly.
Is this really a machine? it, not another one.
2B! We gotta get out of here! Come on! Through that hole!
Usually Rick and Warren rip out. Rip out a rip for the boys. Okay, so next week is going to be triangle strategy though. Unless anybody has any better suggestions.
It stopped. Looks like we're safe now.
What the hell just happened?
I know. I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command. Let's move to an area with better reception so we can contact command.
Okay. Adam and Eve still kind of confused me a little bit. But I found it best not to question things.
Okay, this is good. We should be able to reach command here. 9S to bunker. Do you copy?
I read you, 9S. Go ahead.
Operator, we
I am glad we're
just
playing this.
encountered a pair of
Because
humanoid
when we're playing
machines.
Triangle Strategy, we won't
weren't
be able to talk about
capture them, but I have combat data ready for upload.
this will be the last one.
Understood. Ready to receive.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
End of an era. Machines panicked and went through human knowledge and decided to form this first human ever. Why did they panic? Did you slot the left and right? Okay. Yeah.
Whew. I think we've earned a breather. Say 2B, I was hoping we could talk about our next move. I'm worried about the damage we took in that last battle with the machines. Maybe we should return to the resistance camp to resupply and conduct maintenance?
All right, let's go back.
You got it.
Okay. So it was really just it. We were killing them, so that as a defense measure, they were like, okay, fuck it. Confused, they simply just look like humans because A, it was the M, and B, those were just what materials around led to. Okay, these are the silicon. Which is also what the towers are made out of. Forget that this is before the explosion. Can't go through there. Can't go through there after the explosion either, but things just look different. Semi-human is a godlike creature, yeah. It is God, right? To be human is to be God in this world. Okay. Got a room. Boom. Let me use the bird. Yep.
Operator to 9S.
This is 9S. Go ahead.
I have an incoming message for 2B and 9S from the commander. Initiating playback. 2B, 9S. We've lost contact with several Yorha units that were on their way to the surface. Their black boxes are online, so we presume they're still alive. We've tracked the location of their signals, so I need all Yorha units on the surface to head over and investigate. End transmission.
I heard something about that back at the Resistance camp.
Target location confirmed. I'm worried about the other androids. We should probably check this out as soon as possible.
Still, at the end of the day, I massively prefer a replicant. I don't think
Looks
that's
like our
gonna
surface
change.
route's been cut off. Maybe we can get through from underground.
Replicant is just
So 2B, those machines out in the desert
everything
look
that I
just
wanted
like
out of the game,
androids,
really.
right?
Right.
But we androids were modeled after our human creators. So why would machines try to look like us?
There's no point trying to work out unsolvable problems.
I suppose.
Even if it may have aged in some ways, I appreciate the places that it has. I like the farming. Not the garden farming, that's shit. Feel the same, Automata? It feels like it sometimes has a bit of an identity crisis. I fully agree with that statement. I see a lot of the things that it's trying to do, a lot of things that it's trying to be.
What are
I
those?
really appreciate a lot of the things going on, but it's still kind of all over the place.
Wow, this is weird.
Let's be happy together. Together. Together.
It's just
Where
lacking
does this corridor lead?
direction.
We're getting resistance signals from that building over there.
But it has these really, really good moments in it. Under the hood it's a masterpiece, but the hood looks a bit shabby.
We need
Yeah.
a way through.
Let's look around for a route we can take.
But then with Replicant, it's like, it's amazing from the outset, right? Like, it's this beautiful thing from the start, and then the further you dig, the more incredible it gets. It starts out great, but it
These
gives you enough to
machines are
dig
heavily
into that
owned.
makes
Do
it
you really
even
think it's a good
better.
idea to leave that tank behind?
If they aren't hostile,
want
fighting
to.
them is a waste of time.
And if you want to as well. Like, it's not just like, oh, there's in-game lore books that I can read. I can just, you know,
What's this?
that fucking shit.
Analysis. It is a device
that
that
you can pick
propels
up and
humans on
then
rails
never
at
read.
high speeds for the purposes of amusement.
It's like,
It was
oh, I want
commonly
to
referred to as a
spend my
roller coaster.
actual time outside of the
sure are
game
strange
researching these
creatures.
things. But they both have something to say and they're both saying something different. And
Hey, 2B.
Yes?
I like
People
them
who know
both.
me well usually call me Nines. So
Oh.
what do you think?
Oh.
I mean, if you want to call me Nines, it's totally okay.
I'm good.
It's hard to judge.
Oh.
Be curious if you would have went in with Automata
Alright.
separately. You mean if I hadn't played Replicant, if I would have played Automata? Just purely conceptual, the plot doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'd agree with that. And the concepts are very high level and well done.
Alert. Multiple resistance members detected beneath this room.
Also, I just really prefer the gameplay in Replicant. It feels better. It feels meatier and more... It's smoothed out. But that's the remake. I don't know if the original would have felt like that. Oh, you can adjust, yeah. Yeah.
What the hell?
Our records don't say anything about a machine like this.
Whoops. I have no healing items. This will be fun. This will be very fun. Original was way tough to enjoy from what you understand. Okay. Yeah, Yoko Taro even said that it's almost definitely aged badly. Or it's hard to play in the... when Automata came out. And hello, Gabriel. How you doing? How's it going? Okay, so far, good to hear. I wanted to call it remake even. They saw the quality of the 7 remake and went, now we'll go with remaster. I mean, that is a quality game. Yes, it's not overhauling as much as 7 remake. But that game is fucking good and beautiful. Like, I will forever recommend that game. At least it comes in one disc. Yeah. Remember when we first got to this segment? It fucking blew my mind.
It's trying to hack us. If we take hacking damage, it'll affect our bodies as well. To me.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Those look like corpses.
Are we seriously being attacked with dead androids?
Wait, I don't think... 2B! I'm detecting black box signals. They aren't dead. They've been turned into weapons.
All right, this ends now.
There's not just androids, but they're Yorha. If they have black boxes. Fuck. So I can actually fucking see where these things are with the minimap. I definitely should have got hit by that.
I've almost analyzed the enemy's hacking pattern. I'm going to try to hack it back. Keep it busy.
You got it.
So many androids. So many Yorha androids.
Saturation attack triggered by enemy consciousness data. Failure to destroy it quickly may lead to serious damage in memory regions.
She won't let me in. Good timing. I missed that. Fuck. What? I'm not doing any damage to her. Oh, now I will. Yeah. Ow. Level up. Oh. Have a playthrough plan out after digesting all of the side material, but that sounds something else. Yeah, it's but I will always be up to talking about like the Discord and things. What will I do about DoD3? I have no answer. Because I do not know. Maybe. Things need to die, please. Could have dropped me a small recovery. That would have been appreciated greatly. Look, thank you.
Pod!
Affirmative.
Yeah, no, it's not a stream suggestion.
Go!
It's not off the table for me playing at some point off stream. Maybe on stream at some point, I don't know, but not next.
Thanks for the assist.
Oh, you mean the hacking? No worries. Us scanners are pretty good at that kind of thing. I've got your back anytime.
We have to save those androids.
I think they were only...
Oh.
Oh.
So,
What is it?
that machine had some pretty weird things to say, huh? It's almost like it had actual emotion.
The machines don't have feelings. You said that yourself.
Yeah, I guess.
They talked about it a bunch in the interview, DoD3. Not spoilers or anything, but they kept coming up. In ways that make it more connected than I necessarily thought it was, right?
I am not hostile.
Huh?
Particular with Accord. Because she's in Replicant
This thing
and
is
she's
awfully verbose
technically
for a
in...
machine.
Well, she is in Automata as well.
It could be a trap. Still, we should at least head over there and gather data, right?
Which is why I'm going to be interesting to watch. Yeah.
This way. This way.
We shall see.
This way. This way.
I have no intentions of playing 1 or 2. But 3 seems
This way.
a lot more polished.
What's that?
Oh, right. You wouldn't have seen that before. They're sending supplies up from Earth to the moon and the bunker. There are no spare parts or fuel in space, after all.
Huh.
I want to learn more, but not right now. You know? I like the world.
So why don't the machines, or the aliens who created them, attack the bunker directly? They originally came here from outer space, right?
Well, there are a few theories about that, but no one knows for sure. Hard to tell what an alien is thinking, you know?
That, I think, that seemed like to be probing Dyness for information on whether he knew or not. Because she doesn't know. but she has to have seen the supplies going up. More
They all
uplifting.
have
Is
white
triangle
flags.
strategy uplifting?
Looks like they really don't want to fight.
I mean, it's more uplifting than literally everybody dying
Before we begin, there's something you must understand.
constantly.
We are not your enemies.
2B, we can't trust anything the machines say.
Also, the fact that Pascal is voiced by a woman, even though he is male, being only due to the fact that the lead developer at Platinum wanted a specific voice actress in the game and they had no other roles for her, is truly something.
I understand that you see us as the enemy, but... Well, anyway, my name is Pascal. I'm the leader of this village. Those who reside here desire nothing more than to live a peaceful existence. Look around for yourself. You'll see that it's true.
Like, it's interesting that Anemone... I keep forgetting how Anemone is related to A2. Like, she is... They were both in the Pearl Harbor mission together, right? But I thought that A2 was the only survivor,
Operator 60,
which confuses me about that.
Time for your regularly scheduled contact.
2B here. What's wrong?
Oh. There's this operator I kind of liked, but when I asked her out, she turned me down. Honestly, 2B, I don't know how I'm supposed to go on living.
I am definitely not the person to discuss this with.
I don't think I can stand spending one more day in this bunker.
You leaving would be bad for me. It would affect
We'll
mission
fix all that.
efficiency.
Are you saying you need me, 2B?
All Model B combat units require the assistance of an operator. So,
2B?
See, that also makes
that's
it...
all. Closing this channel.
It almost feels like it was set up by Command to see how 2B react, to see if she is still suppressing her
We can
emotions
get into the city
effectively as she
ruins if we
should.
move that box.
You know? Everything is planned. But like, anyway, what I was saying, Anemone is willing to trade with the machines. She's set up a relationship with them, even though she was in the same unit that got wiped out as A2, and A2 wants nothing more than the machines to be entirely annihilated. Which, because A2 had an extreme emotional response to it, which makes it strange that they would model E units after her. Unless it was that dedication to one goal, wiping out the machines, that is kind of the reason. Notice their analytical skills and battle prowess mostly, okay. But Anemone's not your her, right? She's just an android?
Well, what do you think?
He just started transmitting to us directly.
Now do you believe we're not a threat?
Your mouth can say anything it wants, but you still don't have a heart.
I suppose that's technically accurate. Yes, well, you're free to visit our village whenever you like.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, I think we're kind of past the point where we'll see things. And I think we've probably discussed most of the things that we'd want to discuss. About the side materials, about just questions in general. So I might just end early here today. And go and buy Triangle Strategy. Figure out how to set that up. But we'll listen to this song one last time. Why is it doing that? Okay, anyway. The Chrono Cross Remaster seems to have gotten some flack. Right, that it does. It's... It has lower frame rate than the original game. It's a bad port, but like I think most of the issue is the frame rate, right? Wait a bit on it. Yeah. It was really shoddy, especially since it should have come out 3 years ago for the anniversary, but they were working on it and they didn't line up. Very strange. But I only really want it for Radical Dreamers anyway. But I'll wait on it because they fixed Chrono Trigger port. So it's, you know, I'll wait. But I do want it. Chrono Cross is just one of my favorite games of all time. And I just want a playable version on PC that's equally as good as the PlayStation. Anyway, NieR was definitely an experience. And thank you for joining me in that experience. And thank you, Shadow, for improving it as well with all of that external information. And it's weird that it's over now. You know? Feels weird, man. Always be ready for a discussion on it. Anytime. Any goddamn time. So next week we're going to be here with Triangle Strategy. Final Fantasy Tactics. Spiritual successor. Made by the people who made Octopath Traveler. Heard good things about it. I'm down for that kind of game. Slower paced game with a nice political intrigue story. We'll see how it goes. Whether we stick with it or not, who knows? But we're gonna try and we're gonna play. Let's raid Tom Bacon. He's playing Hades still. I think he may have beaten it yesterday once, and now he's back at it again to get some more things. I don't really know, but I did watch him beat it, and it was pretty exciting. So I'll see you next week, hopefully, for a new game that isn't anything NieR related. So we won't be talking about NieR at all. It's weird. Bye.